Okay, so this morning I'm going to ask for some advice concerning my 5th grade math class. And my class is the foundational class at our independent school. We require students to be either in my class, which is 5th and 6th grade, or we require students to be in the 6th grade class. There are some 5th graders in, and then there's also the pre-algebra class. So my class is the foundational class that would be some remedial students that would need a little bit of help. Coming in this year, we knew we had students who were going to struggle and needed some help. But my question is going to be, how do I continue to teach to students with rigor and that are ready to move on while still helping those students along that are lacking foundational skills? I did not do a pre-test this year for our math chapter because I wanted to see where they were. Last year I did 4th grade, all the skills, and they aced it, so I did not do it this year. We took our test after I realized some students were struggling. So before we took our test, I had pulled one-on-one. I had really tried to group students together. I tried to do some hands-on. We took our test all the same, and one student had an A. We had 2 B's, a C, I think, and then the rest were all D's and F's. I realized that some of my students were struggling with very foundational skills. They were struggling with, adding, with subtracting, with place value, things that are going to be really important as we continue, because one of the big things about my class is we like to work cross-curricular. So if they're lacking those skills of multiplying 2-digit numbers or not understanding units, that's really going to impact their science work, which is what I'm seeing in my own classroom. I'm seeing that they're struggling not just in the math content, but then when we try to bring that knowledge over to my science curriculum, or when we're working with some of the word problems in math, they're not understanding what the question is. So then in English, they're not understanding what the text is asking. So their math skills are really impacting all of the other subjects that I teach. We have some students who don't have access to technology at home, so all of the extra work that I'm sending home for differentiation, they're not being able to do. In tutorials, they're needing help on other things because their foundational skills are weak. So my question is, while I have students who are ready to move on in our independent school that expects for us to have very rigorous curriculum and to really push students to reach really great academic achievement, I have students who are missing a lot of foundational skills. So my question is, how do I keep challenging those students in my class while continuing to reach and pull along the students that chapter after chapter seem to be getting left behind?